Now, the White House has said that Operation Midnight Hammer, a targeted military strike by the United States against Iranian nuclear sites, is expected to bring about lasting peace and stability in West Asia. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt took a dig at the past presidencies, emphasizing that Iran was weeks away from being able to produce a nuclear weapon.
Barack Obama and Joe Biden sent pallets of cash, American taxpayer dollars, in a failed attempt to buy the Iranian regime's compliance with a weak and ineffective deal. President Trump sent a fleet of American warplanes to destroy Iran's ability to produce a nuclear weapon. The United States and the entire world are safer because of this president's decisiveness.
According to a CNN report, the Trump administration is considering a proposal to ease sanctions on Iran, potentially allowing the country to access up to $30 billion to develop a civilian nuclear program and releasing billions of dollars in frozen funds in a bid to revive nuclear talks. The report, citing 4 sources, said that the behind-the-scenes talks have been ongoing between Iranian officials and key U.S. and West Asian players. Despite recent military escalations between Iran and Israel, these diplomatic efforts continued even after a ceasefire agreement was reached this week. However, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said in an interview on state TV that Tehran currently has no plan to meet with the United States, contradicting U.S. President Donald Trump's statement that Washington planned to have talks with Iran next week.
No agreement has been made to resume negotiations now. I am stating clearly that no agreement has been made, no promise has been made, nor have we talked at all about restarting negotiations. But the fact that we are examining among ourselves what is in the interest of the Iranian people is another discussion. So far, there has been no agreement, no subject for negotiation.
The Iranian foreign minister also said that a bill suspended cooperation with the UN nuclear watchdog was now binding after being passed by lawmakers and approved by Iran's Guardian Council. However, the law will ultimately be decided upon by the Supreme National Security Council, technically led by the president, but ultimately accountable to the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Furthermore, French President Emmanuel Macron said that U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities were genuinely effective, but the worst-case scenario would be if Tehran now exits the Global Non-Proliferation Treaty. Meanwhile, Russia has accused the United States and Israel of being responsible for the colossal damage to the activities of the UN nuclear agency in Iran.
It is the United States and Israel that are responsible for the colossal damage to the activities of the IAEA. No matter how hard they try to blame Tehran for all the sins, we cannot allow the bombing of nuclear facilities to become literally commonplace.
For more on this, we were earlier joined live by John Erith. He is the Senior Policy Director for the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation. Let's listen into what he had to say.
I think that it's very early in the process, and there's a lot of distrust built up. Remember that there were talks scheduled before the airstrikes began on Iran, and that these were canceled as a result of the Israeli and later U.S. attacks on Iranian military installations. So right now, the feeling in Iran is that they had agreed to talks occurring, and they were attacked anyway. So there is some distrust built up, and this is going to have to be overcome.